Hello guys, time for scary videos featuring a really unsettling haunting taking place in an old hospital and an eerie shadow figure that was seen in a mirror of a shoe store. Now let's buckle up and stay frosty. The following videos were recorded and shared by TikTok user Paranormal Adventures 0. Not much is known about the backstory of this particular haunting. However, the couple started sharing some intriguing and pretty spooky clips that their security cameras, which are mounted in their home, have recorded. Paranormal sightings seem to be pretty regular for them though, and the following snapshots, captured by the camera in the living room, started it all. It appeared that the figure was captured. And it wasn't any of them. They also captured this thing looking out of a door. Just terrifying. One day the camera in their bedroom fell and they noticed a weird shadow standing in the corner. And another shadow sighting that was not accounted for, captured by another camera in the hallway. Strange to say the least. The most terrifying event up until now was the following, however. It was recorded while the two were already in bed. A shadow figure seems to be appearing right in front of their bed and moving its unnatural shaped head. What do you think is haunting this couple, and where does it come from? The next video was sent by Antonio S. and was initially captured and shared by channel The Ball Family Vlogs. In this video, the young woman was documenting the upcoming remodeling process in her family home. After rewatching the recording, however, she noticed that there seemed to be something on the stairs that wasn't supposed to be there. She states, "My mom and I have had strange things happen to us in this house. I was just walking around the house, and when I go back to look at the video, it looks as if there's something standing on the stairs."
It needs some remodeling done to it. And back there's just an extra storage workshop area. Our dog is back there right now because he's all sick and got to go to the vet.
Could this be an apparition that was caught looking at her that day? What do you think? Following was shared on Logan Roberts' channel. It's a security video that was captured by their camera outside the house. It shows Logan's mother, who was out in the yard to get their pet back in the house. But besides capturing his mother, the camera also noticed a weird object.
Come on, Milo. Give it my hoop.
They thought it might have been an insect at first, but they never saw anything like it before. Was it perhaps a flying apparition? User iDrone457 has shared the following in the paranormal Reddit section. He states, "Okay, I'm super creeped out now. I set up a camera last night. It's a shifty wildlife one. It detected 2 movements during the night. One of them was nothing, but this one, well, just look. I remember hearing something around that time, like a bang. It's barely visible, but it seems to be appearing from the open door to the right." He states that it wasn't a pet, and that he is certain that something paranormal must have been caught on video here. The question is, do we believe him? Charizard has shared the following chilling capture on Reddit. She was on an urban exploration trip with her friends that day, and they ventured to the Hellfire Club in Dublin on Montpellier Hill. The young woman noticed something really odd in one of her images that she took in there. She states, "I swear it's not edited, since I don't know anything about Photoshop or photo editing. I just thought the photos were very interesting and something that people here might like to see." The EMF meter was going mad at that point. On the first photo, we don't see much. On the second one, however, that was captured just seconds after, there's something strange. Some people say that this could be a hand that might have belonged to somebody from another time. Is that possible? If not paranormal, what else could it be in your opinion? A mysterious capture for sure. This night, Devil's Hour Production went to one of the most haunted locations in Tennessee, the old South Pittsburgh Hospital. They spent about 10 hours in there that night. It was on the 3rd floor that one of their members might have captured something really strange at the end of the hallway.
It was mostly quiet, however, the footage showed we may have captured something. 2 hours into the investigation, while on the 3rd floor, I looked down one of the hallways with the POV rig I designed. It looked like a figure standing right next to the door, but it disappeared quickly. With the footage slowed down, you could see it more clearly.
In their opinion, it might have been a shadow figure that was watching them that night. Could this be so?
At first I am thinking this was due to camera exposure. You can see it start out dark as the camera points down the hallway. The distance change causes the camera to adjust to the exposure. This shadow, however, seems humanoid in shape and height, like a person, then suddenly disappears. I also know this isn't my shadow because you can see my shadow was casting onto the floor here.
Was it an actual spirit or something explainable? What's your opinion? The following videos were documented by user 17275C. The young man uploads a lot of video logs and talks about all kinds of stuff that revolve around his daily life. At one point, he tells his viewers about a haunted ring that he had acquired on a yard sale, and ever since, some really weird events started to unfold in his house.
Bought a haunted ring about 3 weeks ago, and I'm pretty sure it's real because I had to block off the closet door because in the last week, the doorknob has decided to shake on its own, and so far I've chalked it up to just my imagination when I'm about to go to sleep in my room, but now there's actually like some incoherent voice whispering to me at night, so now I can't sleep without this light on. So
it all sounds very strange indeed, and the following day he was finally able to capture some of that activity on camera.
I heard some noise down here, not the washing machine, but some like weird thumping, and this thing was rocking back and forth when I came down.
Of course, it is hard to say if something paranormal had moved the rocking chair on the ground floor here. A few days after, it all might have become a little bit clearer, when the young man talks about him feeling ill and that he is now sleeping in his car due to night terrors and strange activity unfolding at night.
I'm going to go and my car for tonight. I'm not feeling good. I'm actually starting to get ill, and I've been hearing sets of 3, 4 thumps or whatever. I'm sorry, I'm everywhere today with my vocabulary, but I'm just gonna sleep in my car and see. But nothing, get a few hours of shut-eye in there, and I'm just not feeling good anymore, and I'm also hearing voices now, so it's not like they're in my head, they sound like they're in another room, so...
A shadow person is standing in the room right behind him. If it is connected to the supposedly haunted ring he had bought, or if it's something else, is not further known. Ever since this thing was spotted behind him, he spent most of the nights in his car. At least, that is what he stated. The next videos were shared by Hong An, and it is believed that the young girl is working in a local hospital. She states that this place is extremely haunted, and that many reports talk about eerie events unfolding, and even ghost sightings that occur ever so often. This particular night, the security guard noticed that in several areas of the hospital, there seemed to be some really scary stuff going on. Powerful poltergeist activity seemed to be throwing several items around, and even the elevator was going crazy. But what took the cake that night was a wheelchair being moved by what many staff think to be an actual spirit. Are we seeing a real haunting here that is unfolding in the old hospital? Hard to say, but pretty creepy. Sherry Balls has posted the following to the paranormal section of Reddit. I think we captured the voice of a ghost. I got goosebumps when I found it. I was equally annoyed because I felt they were mimicking my child. I get definite trickster vibes, to be honest.
Oh my god, he's got tears. Sad boy.
I'm gonna get her to him to talk to her too.
Oh my god, he's got tears. Sad boy. Sad boy. Sad boy.
Apparently, no other child was around at the time of this recording, and it couldn't have been the TV either. Another user writes, "Clearly, it wasn't the dog. The baby's lips aren't moving. It doesn't sound like your husband, and it doesn't sound like TV audio." Cherryballs answers, "We've had a handful of events that happened here though. We see shadows and shadow figures. I've seen someone peeking at me around the corners at knee height." So, do you think that they captured an actual ghost voice here?
Sad boy. Sad boy. Sad boy.
I'm gonna get her.
The following is a pretty strange recording that was sent in by Louis B. He stated that he does not know the original source, but that the video was recorded by a CCTV camera which was mounted in a shoe store. We can see the store owner talking to a customer. However, a strange image is visible in the mirror in the back. A shadow can be seen. The owner had no idea where it originated from, and only noticed that something was off when performing a routine check of the recordings that evening. What do you think? Is it just a setup? Or is something otherworldly going on here? User Seasick Visual has shared this unsettling clip on his profile. He states that the family feels that their home is haunted for quite some time already. This night, one of their security cameras has caught a not further identified object passing by in the background. Of course, it is impossible for us to say what it was, but C6 states that everybody was in bed at that point. So, what was it then? The following video was recorded by a paranormal enthusiast in Japan and was forwarded to me by Brian F. Shortly after moving into a new place, the young man had to complain to the apartment management, since loud noises at night, stemming from one of the neighboring suites, kept the man up late at night. He even complained to his neighbor directly, but for whatever reason, the noises continued to nag the man. This night he was pretty frustrated and recorded the loud knocking sounds again. And then, something terrifying is captured in his apartment. It would appear that a creepy woman is coming out of the wall. The man, according to the video, was later interviewed that his apartment was apparently cheaper than all the others in the building, and that it had seen quite a number of new tenants over the last few years. Could these creepy sightings be related? Thank you guys so much for watching.